Coming at you guys, Movie Blab. Movie Blab. My mom is here. That's right, guys. My very own mom on Movie Blab. You know you gotta watch this. It's gonna be fucking adorable. I guess I should clean up my mouth if I'm around my mom, right? You would think, but just wait until you find out what kind of movies we watch together. Right, Mom?
Well, I'm not sure I picked any of those.
I did.
Oh, okay.
No, I picked one. You don't have to worry, Mom. You're on Movie Blab now. Everything's going to be great.
Okay. I'm not worried. I'm not worried.
All right, let's get to it. Hello, and welcome to a special episode of Movie Blab. This is my lovely mother joining us. Mom, how are you today?
I'm doing great. Mother's Day.
It is Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. I love you so much. Oh, my gosh.
Thank you.
And you're here for a... Sadly, we can't be together.
That's
as many
right.
people can't be with their mothers on this Mother's Day. But we are here together in Movie Blab, the virtual set of Movie Blab. I built it myself, Mom. What do you think?
I think it's beautiful.
Thank
you. And I think it's beautiful we can be together today, quarantine 2020.
Aww. As you guys can see, Dr. Fauci's here. He says, wash your hands and stay home, and happy Mother's Day. So,
and we all
thanks,
want
Dr.
to do
Fauci.
what Dr. Fauci says.
This is your E-card, Mom.
What's it? Oh, my Mother's Day card? Okay.
I stole it from Hallmark, actually. Anyway, we are gathered here today, Mom, to talk about the best movies to watch with Mom, or
right.
or with son, or with daughter.
Right.
And it's going to be interesting because this is, we didn't really define a lot of rules for this one, which is something often with these top 10 lists. But so what I did is I wrote movies that I have watched with you. I think, and then maybe maybe there's one on here that we both know, but we haven't maybe watched together. I'm not sure.
I think we've watched thousands together.
Yes, exactly. It's hard to remember. And you have cursed me. We both have terrible movie memories. Isn't that funny that we can't remember movies very well after we watch them? And which is funny because I'm hosting a Movie Blab.
But as soon as you refresh and read a little bit about it, then you're like, oh, yeah, I remember that movie. I remember a lot of parts of it.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the fun of this. Yeah, it's a lot of flashbacks for me. Like, oh, that scene and that scene and that scene. Because all my friends can remember movies really well. But people may be finding us...
quote lines from them, can't they?
Yeah, exactly. I can never do that.
That kills me.
I know. So thanks, Mom, for that. You've given me many things, including movie amnesia. They love it. They love it. Mom, let's just get to it. What do you say?
Well, let me just tell you. I was thinking about...
wait. I want to know what your rules were. Yeah. I want to know what your rules were in your head for this list.
I didn't have any rules.
Well, exactly what you were going to say. Your thought process.
This is my thought process, though. I think so many of us pick movies because we have a personal connection to the movie. There's something about that movie that grabs your heart. And it may be something silly, small, or it may be the theme of the movie.
Yes.
But it just grabs you. And so these movies that I'm going to talk about all have grabbed me in a personal way.
Oh, Mom, don't make me put emotional music under this. That sounds great. Those are very mom rules, and I love them.
Yes.
Just know that my list is just merry memories with Mom.
Okay.
So they're all personal in that way. Okay, well, let's get to it, Mom. The name of the game is our top 5 favorite movies to watch with Mom. It's Mother's Day, guys. We all have internet. Get on the internet and teach your mom how to sync up some movies with you so you can watch them together. You can do like me and my mom do. You can mute them. You can mute yourself and unmute yourself when you want to talk. That way it doesn't bother you. Or you can connect some headphones to the movie and then be able to talk on a different device. You can watch a movie with your mom, and I think that's a great gift to give to yourself and to your mother on Mother's Day? What do you think, Mom?
Especially during this quarantine.
Yeah, especially during this shitty quarantine. Okay, well, let's get to it, Mom.
Okay.
What is your number 5 choice? Now, the way we play, Mom, is we have to hype it up a little bit before we reveal the title.
Okay.
So just a few little comments that help you to reveal your number 5 pick for favorite movies to watch with Mom. What do you got for us, Mom?
Well, my number 5 pick is a documentary.
Okay.
And it's called Buck.
Oh, wait.
And
it's called what? And it's called what?
Buck with a B. Buck. B-U-C-K.
There you go. See how the drum roll works?
Yeah. Am I supposed to be quiet?
No. During that, you that's when you're about. So you really need to key me into when you're about to say the title, so that then I can cue the drum roll, and then you reveal the title.
Okay.
You got it?
I think.
People love games on the internet, Mom. I'm holding you to the format of the show, okay?
Okay.
You're my guest. I need to treat you as the best guest ever on the best show ever made up a month ago. Okay. No, I want to hear you talk about Buck now.
Oh, okay.
Why do you like Buck?
I want to tell you one thing.
Yes.
I'm not saying the movie, the comedy Uncle Buck. That's not what I'm talking about.
That's a good clarification.
Yeah,
also a good movie, but not a perfect one to watch with your mom.
Right. So my movie is a documentary called Buck. So you want to make sure you get the right one. And this was a movie that I saw with your father and aunt and uncle at Sundance.
I know. Oh my gosh. I missed out on this one because I was like, that sounds boring. I hate horses. Who cares? I think there was something more like messed up that I wanted to see with some, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
But then you guys were like, you missed it. It was great, and you missed it.
And it was a movie that really surprised us because, it's hard to get tickets, and we were just able to get tickets for this one, and it was a beautiful movie.
Yeah.
And it's the story of a horse trainer who's really, his name's Buck Brannaman. Brannaman, I think is his name. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And he was abused as a child by his father.
Oh, no.
And went on to become a horse trainer. And his whole approach with animals is to be a leader and to be positive with them. And ironically, he took his experience being abused and, reversed it.
Yeah.
And the way he treats horses is very different from the way he was treated as he grew up.
See, it's therapeutic. And that's animal therapy on a whole new level.
Right.
That's very expensive animal therapy as well.
Well, he goes around the country doing clinics.
Yes.
For people. And
right, he's like a horse whisperer.
Exactly. He is a horse whisperer. And this filmmaker, she saw him and said, people have to find out about this guy. This is amazing. And so she was following him around to clinics. And I read that she finally got the nerve to go up and talk to him, which I love.
Yeah.
And he said, like in 2 minutes, he said yes, he would do the film.
Oh, that's amazing.
And so he plays himself, and it's just a beautiful, touching film. And if you love horses like I do, it's even better.
I'm sad we haven't watched that together.
I know, we should.
Yeah, I'll add it to iTunes.
And it won the U.S. Documentary Competition Audience Award at Sundance in 2011.
Oh yeah, it did win, and you guys were really happy about that too. I remember that was like that was like y'all's film that year. That was the one, yeah. And Aunt Leslie and Uncle Jeff too, right? They loved it. Yeah,
that was the last time we all went to Sundance together.
Yeah,
I was there.
Yeah, that was awesome. Well, amazing. Should we get to my next pick? My number 5 pick, or do you have anything else about Uncle? Uncle Buck, Buck the documentary that won Sundance.
Thing I want to add is he plays himself in the movie, and he does an amazing job.
Oh, so it's not a doc?
Well, it is.
It's part documentary, and then he recreates stuff in it.
No, she shoots him at his clinic, and
and he's just he's really comfortable.
Yeah. He's really comfortable in front of the camera, and you really get the live action of his clinics and how he treats them. It's a beautiful movie, and you need to see it.
We are documentary, like big time documentary connoisseur buffs consumers.
Yeah.
Every time there's a new doc, it's like boom.
Yep. I love
but
them
we're
and
also
so
very
do you.
critical. We don't love them all. Some of them are a little slow, right?
Right.
Recently in the series and stuff.
Right.
But for the most part, I feel like that's where, because let me say this, Mom, I'm so lucky that you love to watch movies. A lot of moms have very limited taste in movies, and yours is a lot less limited than most moms. So
probably true.
I love that. That's something I'm so grateful for. So that's something that I'm going to keep in mind before I reveal my number 5 pick. Okay. So my
You're
number.
gonna do that drum roll and all that?
Yeah. Are you ready? Sometimes I
Yeah.
forget to do it myself. Thanks for the reminder. Okay. My number 5 pick for best movies to watch with your mom is a movie starring Reese Witherspoon. A movie that will brighten your hearts on quarantine mommy day. It is Legally Blonde.
Oh.
You probably haven't seen this movie in a long time, have you?
No, but I remember it.
Yeah, the bend and snap.
Yeah, I remember a lot of it.
Yeah, it seems to me like a great mom movie for a day for this day.
Yep.
It's got some amazing performances from Reese Witherspoon and from I'm forgetting her name. The bend and snap. I think her name is.
I don't know her name.
Oh, she's so good. She's I'm gonna look her up. But anyway, well, forget it. It was turned into a big hit musical, and there's like a 3-movie franchise, but I've only seen the first one. And it's full of jokes. It's so funny, and I think it's aged really well in terms of where women have taken their taken their place, lifted the ceilings, which is what she's doing in this movie in a big way.
Yep.
But it's very funny.
And everybody loves Reese, and she's done so well since Legally Blonde.
Yeah, we're watching a show starring Reese Witherspoon right now that is pretty awesome.
Yep.
Except maybe for that last episode. I don't know. What did you think of that?
Well, it's little fires everywhere if you don't know what we're talking about. And it's a good one to watch with your mother.
Yeah, I think so. So. Not everyone's mother can handle it, though.
Oh, I
think you forget how limited taste some mothers have in films.
Well, you'll broaden her horizons if you get her to watch it with you.
Yes, and maybe she's read it's a good novel too, right? It's based on a book.
Right, she might have read the novel.
Yeah, you were complaining about this recent episode where they have been deviating from the novel.
Yes, but you know our memory, so
exactly. Then again, your memory. I was about to say it's just as bad when it comes. It's all stories. It applies to all stories, really.
Right.
That's great. Well, I think that's all I want to say about Legally Blonde. I think it's a good pick. It's good to blow through these top, these 4 or 5s, so we can really dive into the top 3s. What is your pick, Mom, for number 4?
Now, cue me when I'm supposed to say it.
A little tease. What's it about?
A little tease. Oh, it's about the real world.
And who's in it?
Oh, I don't want to tell you who's in it because it's an ensemble cast. Ready?
Yep.
And it's the movie Spotlight.
I almost put this one on my list. That's so crazy.
That is crazy.
Yes, this movie's fantastic. Is that when?
2015 we saw it.
Wow, that was 5 years ago?
Yep.
Oh my God.
And it was a fabulous movie. Intense.
So good. It was nominated for an Oscar. I feel like it won It was nominated for 6 Oscars and won 2. Best Picture and Best Screenplay. God, Mom, I got to keep you on the show just as a researcher,
Well, that's why I love this movie.
Yeah.
As a researcher.
Exactly. For those of you who don't know, my mom has her master's in journalism, was a news reporter, is still a journalist in every bone in her body. if I'm being honest. She used to interview me every day after school, every day.
But what I love this movie for is the way they do their research in this movie. It's about the Boston Globe newspaper, their investigative team, and they're digging into the Catholic Church priest sex abuse scandal. And they dig, and investigate. And as a former reporter, I love that part of the movie because it was journalism at its best.
Yes. And you grew up Catholic.
And I grew up Catholic.
Yeah. It's the Oscar movie made for you.
Yeah, we used to have our priest come to dinner at our house every Sunday night, but he was a good guy, not a bad guy. But
are you sure?
I'm sure. I'm sure. I checked with my brothers. But it's a great movie with an ensemble cast. I think Mark Ruffalo's in it, and I'm not sure. I can't remember who else because there's so many of them. But it really shows their tenacity and you'll do whatever you have to do to get the story. And they kind of busted that whole thing open for the public to know about it.
It's just super intelligent thriller.
Right.
It's a lot of things. True story, right?
Right.
And
they won the Pulitzer Prize for it in 2003 when they actually published, the real stories.
I love it. It's so cute. You read the note.
Well, I'm just trying to convince people to go watch it.
Yes, yeah, that's the fun. That's the thing. Whatever person's listening,
It's also the kind of film when you leave. I don't know about you, but I was exhausted.
Oh, yes. Well, that's a good thriller, right? Draining.
Yes.
It's not every time you're in the mood for thriller, but when you are, especially when as intelligent as that one, I think it's like, it's going to take it out of you.
Yep. And it's kind of, as I remember, it's kind of a long movie, too. And, but it's really great.
I got some ice in there accidentally. Yeah, that's a perfect pick. I think anyone's mom would love to. That's a lot of conversation. I think sparking conversation is a crucial element of picking a movie to watch with mom.
True.
Don't you think? True. At least for us, it is.
Yep.
Look at all this insight we're offering to other people and their moms.
Amazing, huh?
Yeah. We should have a talk show, a daytime talk show. I feel like it would get a lot of people. Has anyone ever done a daytime talk show just with their co-hosted by their mom? Someone should co-host the Oscars with their mom.
There we go.
That would be. I'd watch that.
Hey,
that would fix the no host problem.
Whenever it is.
No one can get upset at anyone for like if Tom Hanks hosted it with his mom, no one would get mad about that. I miss the days of hosts. Anyway, I digress. That's my digression sound effect.
Yes.
Let's get to it with your number 4. Or no, that was my. I always get it mixed up. My number 4 pick. I don't know if we've seen this movie together, Mom. But I know I have a feeling we've both seen it. Potentially we've seen it together, but I don't think so. I recently got to finally watch it. It's a classic, but I think a great one to watch with Mom.
Okay.
Thelma and Louise.
We didn't see it together, but I saw it.
I knew it.
What year was Thelma and Louise?
I can look it up right here. Let me search it for us.
I'm going to guess.
Okay, go ahead and give us a guess. Wait, hold on.
Oh, no, I don't have a good
Think about your answer.
Ugh. Okay.
30 seconds on the clock. Okay, I got the answer.
I think it was 1999.
That is incorrect. I'm sorry, Mom.
What was it?
That was a good try, though. It was 1991, the year I was born.
Oh.
I know. Did you see it in theaters?
I did.
You must have seen it when you were pregnant with me because maybe not. It came out May 24th, 1991.
Yeah, you were born in December 1991.
Watch my mom be like, do the math. She's like, that was the day you were conceived. I'm like, Mom, not live.
No, I did see it when it came out in 1991, and I was barely pregnant with you.
Oh my God, incredible. That's why I felt like I'd already seen it when I watched it.
That's right.
It makes perfect sense.
Definitely a woman empowering movie.
Exactly, and that was part of one of my things I thought about when I chose this, because moms don't want to watch movies about unempowered women. They're moms. No. They're powerful women. They're the most important thing in life, to me at least.
Thing.
Thing of all the things here. Okay, let's get to. Let me talk about Thelma and Louise. I like it.
Yeah.
I love this movie.
What did you like about it? It's besides the empowering part.
Yes, it's a great thriller. I was in a private conversation with my friend Sherrod. I was shit talking Ridley Scott, but I really actually love this movie so much. I just don't like Ridley Scott's personality. He's the director. But anyway, it is Gina Davis and Susan Sarandon. Mm-hmm. They just decide to kind of escape a lot of terrible situations that kind of, I mean, there's so much symbolic. It says so much without ever like saying it outwardly. And I love that about a movie. That always is a sign to me that a movie is super intelligent. But
a thoughtful piece. Yeah.
Yes. And it's a crime thriller, but it's also a buddy comedy.
Yeah, I can still picture them in the convertible, driving off,
Yes.
Just fabulous.
Yeah, exactly. It's so good. So we should definitely rewatch this one soon, Mom. It's got to have been a while since you've watched it, right?
1991.
There we go. That's amazing. Here's some reviews for it. Like when it came out, the New York Times said, 2 women on the road, one step ahead of the law, fresh, real, and memorable, just like you said. It's one of those ones that even for the movie memory impaired like us.
Memory impaired, we still get it.
Every scene sticks out to me, all these moments, and just the fierceness of these 2 women and how as they unlock each other's power, but then it goes too far in order to overcompensate for society's terrible chains and bullshit,
Right. And remember, that was, 28 years ago?
Yes.
And so women have come a long way since then. So imagine what the effect it had in 1991.
Exactly, especially when it won an Academy Award for Best Original Screenplay.
Yes.
That and the Golden Globe for Best Original Screenplay. And the screenplay was written by Callie Corey, and she wrote, I think, some other films. I just wanted to see real quick. She's on Twitter. She did The Divine Secrets of the Ya-Ya Sisterhood
Which
movie.
is one of my favorite books.
I know. Did you ever see the movie?
I must have, but I remember reading the book because it's one of my favorite books.
Here, I'll let you see what I'm doing.
I'm sure I must have seen the movie.
I remember you raving about the book, yeah. So, and she does this TV series called Nashville that she created, and then Something to Talk About, which I haven't heard of. Interesting.
Yeah, I want to watch the Ya-Ya Sisterhood.
Oh, and she's currently filming an untitled Jerry Lee Lewis documentary.
Wow.
Which sounds cool. Awesome. Well, that is, I think, a good shout out to Thelma and Louise. I think we've done it justice, unless you have anything else to say about it, Mom.
Nope. I just remember feeling really good about myself after seeing that movie.
Awesome. Hell yeah. And I hope more movies continue to come out that do that for us.
Yep. I do too.
Okay, well, let's get to the next one.
Well,
Mom.
I'm excited about my third pick.
Mm-hmm. We are at our number 3. Let's do it. What is your third pick?
Do you have to do the drum roll?
Yeah, do you want to hype it up? Give me some clues.
Well, you're not going to believe that I picked it, probably. But
okay.
Should I tell it now?
Nope, more hints.
It came out in 2014.
Okay.
And it's about wrestling.
What's it called?
Foxcatcher.
Oh, I love this movie.
This is a really weird movie, but I loved it.
Weird. Yeah, it is weird, but it really works.
If you want to talk about personal connection, this was it for me because I come from a family of wrestlers, and I'm talking about true wrestling, not what is that kind of wrestling called they do on TV and they throw each other.
WWE, WrestleMania stuff.
Yeah, not that kind of wrestling. Real Olympic wrestling like you'd see at the Olympics or, in high school or college. Your dad was a high school wrestler and a college wrestler. My brothers wrestled. My brother coached wrestling. My niece Meredith and my nephews, Ben and Danny, they wrestled.
Yeah. I grew up seeing, I remember hanging out in Danny's in Ellen and Uncle David's basement, with all that creepy dummies and stuff.
Yeah, and they had wrestling mats in their basement. And I saw your father wrestle probably 1,000 times. I was in that gym all the time. So
That's
anyway,
awesome.
I liked this movie because of the wrestling and how that was a big part of the movie. But the movie is about the John DuPont, who was DuPont heir.
Yep.
And he was an eccentric, strange man.
Oh, God, a terrible, crazy man.
Yeah, and he decides to start a Olympic wrestling center at his estate in Pennsylvania. And he brings in some two brothers to coach and work out there to train for the Olympics.
Yep.
And I don't want to tell very much about it
because there are a lot of spoilers to be made there.
Right, and it's a psychological drama.
Sometimes we spoil movies, but I feel like we don't want to do that for people and their mom.
Right. And this one might be a little intense for your mom, but it's a good movie.
Your mom should suck it up and watch a great movie, right, Mom?
That's right. And
that's what you can tell her on Mother's Day.
And the other great thing about this movie is Steve Carell.
Yeah, yes, I was about to say.
He plays John DuPont, and he was just fabulous. And he went to my university, Denison University. Thank you very much.
Yes. You love Steve Carell so much that you stopped watching The Office with me after
he left.
After he left, yeah.
Yeah. And he does a fabulous, and this is a serious role for him.
Yeah.
And he just does a fantastic job.
That's amazing. I love this film. His transformation is insane. He's unrecognizable as Steve Carell. I mean, insanely talented. It makes me wish he was. Hopefully, this new Netflix show that he's going to do about space being on Trump's Space Force. It's like The Office, but in space. That. You haven't heard about it? Well, it's going to come out. It's going to come out soon, and the trailer is out for it, and I think, or the teaser or something, or the concept art. I don't know, but I'm very excited about it. But I'm hoping it's not a huge letdown. But he does really good. He produced a TV show that we should watch. Well, it's too goofy for you. Maybe you like it. Angie Tribeca. It's like a Law and Order spoof, starring Rashida Jones.
Like it.
Yeah, you like Rashida Jones, don't you?
Oh, I love her.
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah, well, we'll have to try that one.
Yeah. Anyway, that's a great
Foxcatcher.
Great pick. And there's an amazing documentary on Netflix about it as well. Sorry, I'm plugging so many other movies, but
we watched that.
We watched that too, and it's like those together make it even. I think I rewatched it since seeing the documentary, and that even adds a whole nother level.
And he ends up. I'm not going to spoil it, but he ends up in prison for 15 years and dies in prison.
Yeah. Yep. That's the true story.
Yep.
That's the other factor that we didn't mention.
Right.
It's a true story of John DuPont.
I would have to say, though, that they really talk about it in the research that I did, how one of the brothers did not like the depiction of some kind of sexual abuse between his brother and John DuPont. And so that was kind of a bone of contention between him and the director. But they resolved that problem. But there was a lawsuit for sexual against John DuPont made by a wrestler who their father wrestled.
What?
Yep.
No way.
Yep.
What?
And I watched him wrestle back in high school, and this guy went on to be a coach at Villanova, hired by John DuPont. Yep.
That is crazy.
I know. See, personal connections everywhere.
That's not a great one, Mom.
No, not a great
one. But that's the fun of talking. Things get dark with movies. You can go there in a comfortable way. But then shit can get really real too.
Yeah.
Especially when you're pulling out a lot of true stories, which doesn't surprise me, as your journalistic instincts draw you to the true stories. Well, my number 3 is different. I can't remember if you liked this movie or not. I think you did. I think you really did. We saw it together here in Brooklyn. This is, of course, before the coronavirus.
Yes.
So I think I should be hyping it right now. I'm just
okay. Hype it.
It's a very strange but female-driven, almost very satirical comedy that kind of, I don't think is on enough people's radars, and it is Ingrid Goes West. Do you remember this film? I was hoping
talk
you would.
About it a little bit.
I can prove it right now. This is this is a movie about a social media obsessed chick. Did we not see this together? Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
phew.
Yeah. We saw it.
And did you like it? I can't remember.
Can't remember either.
Great. I knew I should have made it an honorable mention. But it is a great dark comedy starring Aubrey Plaza and Elizabeth Olsen, where she is obsessed with Elizabeth Olsen's character, who is a social media influencer. And she moves to LA and almost goes broke and stalks this other girl around as the obsessed fan.
I remember this. I did
Aubrey
like
Plaza. It. Yeah. And it's very smart and very funny, a little edgy, but not like too much for mom.
Right.
And it shows.
And it's kind of one of those interesting movies for moms who might not be so social media savvy.
Exactly. That's why I put it on the list, because I thought like. Moms are always curious about social media now, it seems, because they're on there, but they don't completely understand what it is. Right. No offense to moms, but like...
No, but this kind of shows you the role of the social influencer, which
yes.
I think is a bizarre vocation, but...
And of course, this doesn't apply to younger mothers, but yeah, it is a bizarre vocation that's hard to find out about without having to kind of ingest their filthy, terrible videos and see their.
Well, they're not all filthy and terrible. Some of them are about fashion. And
yeah, that's true. Some of them are nice, but like in the case of this Ingrid Goes West chick, the chick that Ingrid Goes West is stalking, she's just like a Coachella, just hot chick on Instagram, like faking stuff, and there's moments where she fakes photos and stuff like that. Anyway,
it's all coming back to me now.
She's making art, but it's like really crappy, or he is. Her boyfriend. Anyway, great film. What were you saying? I'm sorry. I feel like I cut you off.
No, I'm just saying that a lot of women my age or younger or older, we don't really get the social influencer role and how we make money doing that. A lot of them, it's kind of a mystery.
I agree. And I learned about it. I mean, I don't know all about that either. So I think it's a good one. Again, a good conversation sparker, plus some great female performances, female messages about women and how they can influence each other. Let's say it's not. It's a really good one. You don't see a comedy like that, I don't think, as often as we used to. Like, it's kind of got its own thing going on. I'd compare it to, like, 8th Grade in terms of, like, an indie comedy that really has a lot to say about... Right. I should have put 8th Grade on here.
I know, I was just going to say, that's another good
one. Damn it. Oh, well. Okay. Now it is time for our number 2 picks. Oh, my gosh.
Our number 2.
Do you want to do a little quick break and then we'll come right back?
Whatever you want. You're the boss.
I want you to decide. It's Mother's Day. Should we just plow through?
Let's just plow through.
Is that your decision?
That's my decision.
Amazing. Perfect. Let's find out what the audience thinks. I think they agree. Oh, yep.
Oh,
they want more, Mom.
They want it too, huh?
Let's get to our let's skip the break and get to our number 2 choices. Mom, I'm excited to see as the list goes higher, the influence does as well, and the importance of these films goes up, I'm sure. So I want to hear your number 2 pick after a few hints.
Okay, this movie also we saw at Sundance.
Okay.
You were there.
Okay.
It's a sweet romance, and it stars one of my favorite stars, Anton Yelchin.
What is that movie?
That movie is called Like Crazy.
I had a feeling that's the one you were going to pick. Yes, I actually have kind of revisited this movie before, like since we saw it.
Oh, good. Well, I loved the movie because... Well, it was an improv movie.
Yes.
They had a really strong outline, but they rehearsed an improv for about a week together and then shot the movie. So I love that.
Before or after I made an improv movie? feel like it was before.
2011 at Sundance.
So I was making.
You were making it.
I was kind of in the middle of it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
we
early.
didn't know.
Early. Yeah.
I don't think we knew that it was improv until after we saw it.
Oh, like crazy? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it is a very intense romance and feels so real, the chemistry between the two of them.
Yes, that's what I think the improv gave it. It just feels so real. And I think this is the personal connection that I love about it.
Yep.
We went and saw that movie at Sundance, and it won the festival's grand jury prize in 2011. And after that movie, we saw like an 11 o'clock in the morning show. We went and had lunch, and we're all eating our lunch, and we look over, and there is our man, Anton Yelchin, eating lunch with his friend right after the premiere. And he had been, taking questions and answers after the movie, and we stayed for that. And then we end up at the same lunch place.
Did we bother him? I don't think we bothered him, did we?
You wouldn't bother him, but Aunt Leslie and I went over to him.
You said, oh yeah, you went over and said hello with
said hello
with Aunt Leslie.
And he was so humble and so sweet.
And it is the right place to do that because you just saw his movie and everything.
Right. We told him we had just saw his movie, and he was so sweet and nice. And I was devastated
when he died.
When I heard that he had died in a freak accident with his Jeep.
Yeah.
I just thought, it just broke my heart because he was a great guy.
And we're a Jeep family. And so for him to go that way was really sad, too, in my opinion. Yeah. And he was a fantastic actor, and we were deprived of so many amazing performances from him.
Right, but he had already done so many
movies. Yeah.
And he was with Felicity Jones in this movie.
Yes,
like crazy. Yep. And they were really good together. And
it was kind of on the screen, right? Yeah, I think that's her, right? Right.
I can't see that. I just see the green screen, honey.
Oh, you don't see the display. Okay. Anyway, go ahead.
Anyway, it was based on the director's kind of true relationship with a woman. So there was that element of it too. And it just felt real and wrenching and
like they really trusted the director.
Right.
Yeah, it did feel that way.
I highly recommend that one.
I want to revisit it even again now. Yeah, we have it on our iTunes, Mom.
Okay, we'll watch it again.
Yeah. Let me go to this to help you see what we're doing real quick.
Doesn't matter. I haven't been able to see it the whole time.
I know, but as we do research, I just want you to be able to see. I want you to get the real experience. Yeah.
There he is.
See?
Yep.
Yeah. It's worth it.
I feel so brokenhearted for his family.
I do too. And
they came out with something we need to watch, which is a documentary about him.
I know. I don't know. It's just so it's so sad.
I know.
I don't know. But that is an important person to remember and an incredible actor in a tragic story. Be careful with your cars.
Well, it had a recall.
Yeah, exactly. But that's what I mean. Don't trust your car.
Right. Rolled on him and trapped him.
Yeah. Oh, whew, Mom.
I know.
Now I have to play it.
Terrible. Okay, let's move on to your second pick.
For those of you who are just joining us, we're doing our top 5 favorite movies to watch with Mom, and we've had some great ones so far. Mom, your list is incredible. We are at number 2. That was my mom's number 2 pick, Like Crazy. And now I'm going to reveal my number 2 pick, which is a movie that will make you laugh. A movie that is an American comedy classic. A movie starring last night's host of SNL at Home, Kristen Wiig. It is Bridesmaids.
Oh, cute.
What did you think of this movie, Mom?
Andrew? Memories are not very strong.
Okay.
I remember I liked it.
Do you remember Melissa McCarthy, I believe, like pooping all over the place at one point in the movie? With Kristen Wiig, she's like a bridesmaid dating, and she's like dating Damn, you don't remember it at all, do you? We should have compared lists. I asked you to.
Well, I wanted mine to be a surprise.
I do like this.
to
Your
you.
list is the more important one to me.
Well, tell us what it's about, Andrew. Maybe
No, I'm going to go with my other pick that I had crossed out here because I had mentioned it too many times on the show, but a movie that we have seen. So the name of the movie, this is a movie we've seen very recently. It might not be the best for everyone's mom, but me and my mom watch a lot of crazy stuff together. A lot of crazy movies. The movie is Buffalo 66.
Oh, I liked that one a lot.
Yes, a recent one, so it's still in the memory bank.
Right, and that's a movie I would never watch on my own.
Yes, exactly, and it's awesome. That's funny. It's awesome that you. I didn't know exactly which way you were going to go with it. I thought you would like it. Most people I've shown this movie to love it, and it's such an interesting take on a love story. And
it's quirky and strange.
Very strange. The characters are very unique and angry. Yes. The main character. It's directed by Vincent Gallo, who is an interesting character. Actually, Matt Cragg and I did a little deep dive into it on a fave swap, I believe, 2 weeks ago. So that was a good episode. I think that was just released on Instagram if people want to check it out at Movie Blab.
Great.
So. But anyway, Buffalo 66 is a great one. What else did you think about when you saw that, Mom?
Well, I thought this is just Andrew's kind of movie.
Right? This is the kind of messed up thing my son would make. But
I thought the acting was great. I thought the photography was really interesting.
Me too, yeah. The guy who shot it eventually became Spike Jonze. Do you know Spike Jonze? He directed, it's all of his films. Yeah.
So. And what year was that?
Oh, I wonder. I think it was in the 90s. It was definitely in the 90s. Buffalo 66. I should know this since it's like one of my favorite films. 1998. So a year before the other one we looked up, Thelma and Louise.
No, that was 1991.
Oh, right. You guessed 99.
Yeah. Well, I was in the right decade.
That makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense that this movie is way later in the decade. But it's a fantastic film and beautifully shot, and it's actually in some form. Here's a little tease. In some forms, it is a musical. Do you remember the musical sequences?
Yep. I do.
And one of my favorite scenes from this film is when they are in the photo booth.
Yes.
And taking the photos. That's like, to me, is amazing. It's all one take and it's shot like that.
Yep.
Yeah. Such a good film. I can't stop talking about it on the Movie Blab, but I'm going to ban myself from talking about Buffalo 66 for the next at least 2 weeks. Yeah. No one wants to hear me talk about the same movies. Okay. That seems like I've covered it. What is your number 2, Mom? I'm dying to know with a little hype.
No, I already told you my number.
Oh, you're number 1. I keep forgetting. I'm sorry.
My number
one,
Mom.
Movie.
You ready?
Yep.
It's irrelevant. No, not irrelevant. It's not. Let me start over. It's definitely not irrelevant.
Let's do it. See, you're like, no, it's number 1. It's like we're both just mixing up things.
I know.
All right, here we go.
Say it's irreverent.
Irreverent.
Yes.
An irreverent comedy. Raunchy. Yeah, I have an irreverent pick for my number 1, so let's hear yours.
And very dark comedy.
I can't wait to find out what this is.
I can't wait for you to find out. Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, here it is.
Oh my God. No way. You're so embarrassing.
I love this
You're so sweet. Oh, no, you don't.
Okay. I love this movie.
I know. I love you, Mom. That's so cute.
You know, the movie that Andrew and his friends all made together, and I loved how, like crazy, that movie, it was
improvised, yes?
Heavily improv. Fiddlesticks, just like Crazy.
In fact, it was entirely.
Well, you had, like the other movie, you had a big outline that you used.
Probably they had probably a little more extensive outline than we did.
You think they did?
I would imagine so.
I don't know, but I loved how it was such a collaborative effort. All your friends, pitched in different ways.
Yes, my friends are amazing, and just like they're pitching in on Movie Blab, many of them are are regulars on the show now.
That's right, right. And I loved how hard everyone worked on it. I mean, you guys worked on that film for 2 years.
3.
And 3?
Before it came out.
And so I just was proud of how everybody worked so hard and
for free.
And for free.
And on a pretty low budget.
It was such a collaborative effort.
Yeah.
I did a great job at craft services.
You were incredible. You were incredible. As was Guadalajara. That was one of our favorite meals that we had. We had a Guadalajara time or two.
And it did win at Slam Dance.
We did win the audience award at Slam Dance
in 2012.
12. Yeah.
Yep.
And it's still available on Amazon Prime for free.
Yes.
And you can buy it, but I won't make any money, so you don't need to do that.
Kevin Smith ended up buying the film and distributing it.
Oh, so gosh.
That was fun.
I love this pick. It's your number one. Wow.
It's my number one. How couldn't it be?
You're so sweet, Mom. I love you. Oh, this is even cuter than I thought it was going to be. For those of you just tuning in, we are at my final pick, my number one film to watch with Mom. My mom just was adorable and picked my film Bindlestips as her favorite film. It's been an amazing time, and we've really been able to show the internet how forgetful we are. I think people will relate.
What's your number one movie?
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
I know, I'm keeping you on the edge of your seat. You gotta fill the show, Mom. It's not it's not concise like news. Here we go.
Okay, I'm excited.
My film, my number one pick, and people are gonna think this is ridiculous, but the movie that I probably maybe had some of the most fun watching with my mom recently is Goodfellas.
Oh, Goodfellas.
And we watched this together over
And I wasn't
Christmas.
really excited about watching it.
Yes, but I knew you'd love it because and this is the reason I'm cheating the system here because we're a movie blab, but it reminds me of when we watched all of The Sopranos together when I was in high school, literally every episode together.
Yep.
That was our first real premium cable binge watch together.
Right, and it took a long time to binge watch.
Oh my God, but we loved it every day after school. Every night.
Yep.
I would watch it.
If I could have picked that as my movie, maybe I would have.
I think I did my homework faster than ever when we were watching that show.
No, you always wanted to watch it before you did your homework.
I am having flashbacks to negotiations.
Yes. Many negotiations. Sopranos is just...
I should have been a lawyer. Instead, I'm just a measly podcast host.
Yeah, you missed your call.
And fun.
But Goodfellas, I really was like, okay, I'll watch it with you, Andrew. But I loved it. It was real good.
It's such a good film, and it's one of those ones you might have to push Mom a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure not everyone can use The Sopranos as a way to convince their mom to watch it. But also, we watched it to prepare. I insisted that we watch it before we watched The Irishman.
Right.
Which thank God we did, because The Irishman sucked, so you probably never would have watched... I mean, The Irishman was okay, but it wasn't very good.
It's just long.
Yeah, it was very long, and I don't do... I need a short movie. Except, I mean, I don't know. I just love Scorsese so much that I felt like he TV'd it a little bit in there. I don't know, in the weird CGI. But anyway, Goodfellas is the best one ever. Casino is second best, and then I guess I'll put The Irishman. You probably haven't seen Casino, but that's a Martin Scorsese film he made.
No.
Sort of a semi-Vegas version of Goodfellas.
And the guy I love in Goodfellas, Joe Pesci.
Joe Pesci.
Pesci.
What do you want? What are you talking to me? What are you laughing at me for, eh? Something funny? I say something fucking funny to you, huh? And he smashes his face in.
Yep.
That's an iconic
great.
scene.
Yep.
But such a weird movie to watch with Mom. But that's one of the reasons I love watching movies with you, Mom, especially because I'm always trying to troll you and make you watch a movie that isn't a typical mom movie.
And I've watched many of them.
Yes.
I have to tell you, though, I have one movie that will be my honorable mention.
Okay.
that maybe you never would have expected I watched.
Are you ready to do honorable mentions?
Yeah.
I think I am too.
Okay.
Okay, we're not gonna even hype these up, but
No.
guys. But let me wrap it up and say that was our incredible list, our top 5 list, Mom. For we're about to do the honorable mentions, but top 5 movies to watch with Mom on Mother's Day. Stay home, save lives. Happy Mother's Day. Dr. Fauci wants you to stay home and
So call your mom up.
call your mom and stay home. Says wash your hands and stay home, and Happy Mother's Day. And from us, Happy Mother's Day. And now let's do quickly our honorable mentions, Mom. That sounds great. What was the movie that you top 5 is not a very long list. And so so obviously you're going to have films where you're like, oh, I wish that could be on the list too. So that's what we do honorable mentions for.
Mine is more of a funny honorable.
Oh yeah, that's also good too.
And kind of strange too.
All right.
It's a movie from 1968.
Okay.
When I was 11 years old.
Oh, did you watch it when you were 11 or did it come out?
My parents took my sister and me to see it. And it's called The Night They Raided Minsky's. It's about burlesque shows.
Oh, wow, Mom.
And I remember we went and had dinner together and went to a movie on Saturday night, which we usually did with my parents when I was little. And my mom must have thought this was a movie for us because it was billed as a musical.
Oh, I love that. I love when moms make movie mistakes and take their
yes.
kids. Or you see moms like get up at the theater and take out their kids like in the middle, like they're like, whoops.
Yes. Covering their eyes.
Yeah.
This is one of those movies where I was sitting there watching and thinking, why did they bring me to this movie? This is ridiculous. I'm 11 years old. I shouldn't be seeing this movie. My sister's even younger.
I love that. That's how you were even at 10.
Yeah.
You're like, why are they parenting me this way?
And there was nudity in it, and I think this was before they even rated movies like R or
Yeah.
It was definitely R, and I just couldn't get over that. I was sitting there in that movie looking at naked women, and my father was sitting next to me, which made me so uncomfortable.
Oh yeah. Well, I remember seeing Shakespeare in Love with you, and that had sex in it, and I was under 13 and it was a big deal. Yeah. That was my first, I think, PG-13 movie I was allowed to see. Or maybe it was R. I think that was my first R. Yeah.
I don't know. Watching those kind of scenes with your parents is just not too cool.
I know. We've watched a lot of people have sex on TV, on movie shit. And it's honestly not awkward to me anymore.
No.
Unless it goes on for a really long time. And then it's like, what is going on here? And we've seen it on stage.
We've seen it on
We saw this chick from Glee.
Spring Awakening,
yeah.
Yep.
So that's a fun. We should do our top 5 sex scenes.
I just remember I thought my parents had really lost it. I was really concerned about their parenting skills because.
Yeah.
And I think they just picked movies they wanted to see, but this was a musical.
I remember having a similar reaction when Dad and Grampy let me watch Misery.
Exactly. And did you say to yourself, why are they letting me watch this?
I think it was. I don't think I wanted to say anything. I think I just wanted to take advantage of it and be like, yes, okay, I'm in. Like, let me see this.
You didn't want it shut down, huh? And it gave you nightmares. But then
afterwards, I think I wondered. I think I was like, why did I get to watch that? Because I remember as a child being terrified of Kathy Bates coming into my room with that sledgehammer.
Yeah. And I think oftentimes parents, they're like, I don't want to watch another kid's movie. I'll just let them watch this movie. It's not going to be that bad. That's how you get
That would
to
be
see
me.
music.
I'd be like, man, I'm really in the mood for, to watch, like, I don't know, something dark. Like, gotta watch Goodfellas. Like, I guess my kid can watch it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a great honorable mention.
And then you can still get that movie. I checked because I want to watch it again and see if it's as bad as I really thought it was.
Oh, we should.
Yeah.
We should do that.
Yeah.
Where is it?
You have to buy it, I think, off of Amazon.
Oh, okay.
But it's available. It's available.
Yeah. Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
I'd love to see that and imagine you as a 10-year-old watching it and being like, what is happening?
Yeah, and I really want to see, how sometimes you read a book and you think one way about the book and you read it when you're 20 years older and like Lolita, and you think it's a completely different book after 20 years and you're older. Well, I want to see if that's true with the movie too. Maybe it really wasn't all that bad, especially because the standards in 1968 for movies were very different than they are now.
Yes, it's true.
And so it'd be really fun to watch it and see.
I would love it. I would love to. Like I said, I think it would be so interesting. Yeah, I mean, and the ratings really have changed in terms of how they rate a film. Yeah.
I don't think they had ratings in 1968.
Alex Kahn was actually talking to Matt Cragg about that on a previous episode in his intern corner. Yeah, it was funny.
Did he mention when they started rating movies?
They did. Kate Ferguson asked us to say the name of the movie again. I missed it, but I don't know when that was.
It's the night they rated Minsky's.
The night they rated Minsky's. Okay. Assuming that's the comment for this, then that's good. But yeah, I can't wait to see that. Was it black and white, or was it in color?
I
feel like people were.
It wasn't black and
doing
white.
both then. Yeah.
Yeah.
What year would it have been? Again.
1968.
Right. Okay. Yeah, it's in color.
I was 11 years old. My sister was 4 years younger. I really couldn't believe they brought her.
Oh, I wonder if she remembers it.
I'm sure she does. She has a much better memory than I do. Okay, what's your honorable?
My honorable mention to wrap this all up is Harold and Maude.
Oh yeah.
Another movie that it's a funny one to watch with mom, but it's also a great one. There's a bad mother character in it, but the movie is just a feel good, very smart comedy. One of my favorite films ever, probably my favorite film ever. Right. And it's on the list. This is again a repeat, probably. I imagine, from our top 5 comedy lists. But I can't help it. I love Harold and Maude. I think it's a great movie to watch with your mom, Ruth Gordon. She gives an incredible performance.
She does.
There's Ruth.
Yep.
And yeah, I think it's sad, it's funny, it's quirky, it's our kind of movie, Mom.
It's very touching. And you know, as a friend of mine always says, when you see movies with bad moms or books with bad moms, they only make you look better.
Yes, exactly. Yes. So if it's mom's pick, then she could pick one that makes her look even better than she already looks.
But that's really a great story.
It is. It's a beautiful movie. And Hal Ashby directed the film. He was an Oscar-winning editor. He also directed Being There with Peter Sellers, which I don't know if you've seen, Mom, but is a great movie. And a movie with Jack Nicholson that the title is escaping me, where he's like a sailor. But then he passed away. But he's an incredible filmmaker. This was his graduate school script that he had written.
It was?
Yes, and then it took years, but he finally made it.
But he wrote it in graduate school.
Yeah, and then shopped it around for years trying to get someone to give him the money to make such a weird movie. Yeah, and such an original story. And then he got Cat Stevens to do the soundtrack.
Which is
incredible
amazing.
Soundtrack from Cat Stevens. Yeah. I just love this film, and I could talk about it for hours. I gave it an honorable mention because it had already been on my lists, so I feel like that's okay. I don't know. We're making up the rules.
That's right. There are no rules.
Thank you, Mom. You taught me that.
No, I think you learned the rules are meant to be broken.
Bent, not broken. Just bent them. Unless it comes, of course, to coronavirus, guys. That's right. Stay home. Wash your hands. Stay at home and have a happy Mother's Day, right, Mom?
That's right.
Well, before we go, I just want to say how much I love my mom. I'm the biggest mama's boy in the world. She's obviously, you know why now. So I don't even have to tell you why. I love you so much, Mom. I wish we could be together, but I do feel like we are in my strange little universe here.
Right. We are together.
And we'll
always remember it.
Yes, exactly. And we're gonna have to watch some Little Fires Everywhere tonight. If you're down, because I got some social media maintenance to do that's not very thought intensive, so I can watch while I try to beg for followers on the internet.
Okay, well, you don't have to beg. They should start coming now.
Yeah. We're getting there. Well, on Facebook, just on Facebook. But maybe we'll move it. That's actually a good time, Mom, for me to plug our other platforms. That's right, guys. We are on twitch.tv/movieblab. We are on periscope.tv/movieblab. We are at twitter.com/@movieblab. facebook.com/movie_blab. Couldn't get Movie Blab on Twitter, but I got it everywhere else. That's right, on Instagram, we are Movie Blab. You can follow us on other platforms because that would be really helpful. Then we would build audiences across and become a real brand. And so if you follow us on Facebook, if you like our page and you're listening or you're catching this, my mom and I want you to go to YouTube, go to Facebook, go to Twitch, and subscribe to the channels, like our posts, support us. We want to hear from you. We want comments. A lot of people have started to leave comments, and it's really making the show a lot more fun. We're trying to monitor them as best as we can across the platforms, but whatever, we want to be around wherever live streams are found, and that's what we've done. So please follow us. Mom.
And tell your friends. Tell your friends.
Tell your friends. Verbal communication is a thing. Zoom about it. FaceTime about it. We're really coming into our own here. I feel like. Mom, this is incredible. Thank you so much. Is there anything else you want to say to all the mothers out there?
No, just happy Mother's Day. I said all I can say right now.
Okay, great. I love you so much. Is there anything you want to plug?
Oh, you can look at my sweet dog Zeus on Instagram. My big German Shepherd. And it's Suzanne Edison on Instagram.
Yes, there's adorable photos of Zeusy Poosy, the German Shepherd.
The sweet German Shepherd who hangs out with me when I can't hang out with Andrew.
And keeps her safe as safe can be.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
My guard dog.
Yes, exactly. And I miss Zeus. You have to give me a little kiss for him.
I will. Thanks, sweetie. I love doing this.
Okay, I love you too, Mom. This is the outro. We will see you guys tomorrow for our top 5 talking animal movies with Al and Carly. We're welcoming Carly on the show for the first time. And she's a funny lady, comedian, and they seem to be the most enthusiastic guests I've ever had in terms of preparing for this episode. So I'm very excited, and I'm going to be dropping the episode card, the little promo for that after this. Guys, it's been so fun. We love you. You love us. Like and subscribe. Thanks, Mom. You're the best.
Thank you.
And this has been Movie Blab. Hey everybody, I'm Andrew Edison, and you're tuned in
to Movie Blab.
The clock has started.
What's up, everybody? Thanks for watching Movie Blab. That's right, it's Mother's Day, and make sure you call your mom. Also, stay home and like and subscribe to all of Movie Blab's channels. We love you guys, and we'll see you tomorrow for top talking animal movies. Peace and love, guys. We love you, and we'll see you.